The communication mirror surface stilled as Cinderella received Belle's message in her grand castle chambers. Outside her window, the kingdom's beloved magical fountain stood silent, its waters frozen solid despite the mild evening air. Even from a distance, she could see something gleaming beneath the ice, the third shard of the star crystal. Jock and Gus, her faithful mice friends, scampered onto her windowsill, their whiskers twitching with concern. "Cinderella! Cinderella!" Jock squeaked, pointing at the fountain. "Big freezy cold, not natural, bad for kingdom." Gus nodded in agreement, wrapping his tail around himself as if feeling the magical chill. Cinderella knew they were right. The fountain wasn't just any fountain, it was the source of the kingdom's good fortune, blessing the land with prosperity and joy. Now, with its waters frozen by the star crystal's magic, she could see the effects spreading throughout her kingdom. The usual sparkle in the air was dimming, and the perpetual spring that surrounded the castle was beginning to fade. "We'll need to work together to solve this," Cinderella told her animal friends, already forming a plan. She gathered her mice friends, the birds, and even called upon the castle's craftsmen for their expertise. Together they began designing a way to safely retrieve the shard without damaging the fountain's delicate magical balance. The palace blacksmith provided copper pipes, while the royal glassmaker contributed specially crafted prisms. The birds collected bits of mirrors from the castle's unused rooms, and the mice found forgotten spools of silver thread in the seamstress's workshop. With these materials, Cinderella and her friends began constructing an intricate device. "This will help us direct the sunlight," Cinderella explained as she arranged the mirrors and prisms in a careful pattern around the fountain. The birds held the silver threads in their beaks, creating a network of gleaming lines that would help guide the light exactly where it needed to go. As dawn approached, Cinderella positioned herself before the frozen fountain. The first rays of sunlight caught the mirrors and prisms, creating a dazzling display of reflected light. The mice adjusted the angles precisely as Cinderella had shown them, while the birds maintained the silver thread network. The sunlight grew stronger, and the carefully positioned mirrors began to focus its warmth onto specific points of the ice. But this was more than just melting ice. Cinderella could see the magic responding to their efforts. The frozen water began to sing, creating delicate chiming sounds as it slowly gave way to their gentle persistence. Hours passed as they worked, adjusting and readjusting their tools as the sun moved across the sky. Finally, just as the afternoon light turned golden, a crack appeared in the ice. Rather than a harsh break, it was a graceful spiral that wound its way down to where the shard lay trapped. The mice cheered as the ice began to fall away in perfect crystalline pieces that tinkled like wind chimes as they hit the fountain's base. There, suspended in the last layer of ice, the star crystal's shard pulsed with an inner light. With trembling fingers, Cinderella reached out and gently lifted the shard from its icy cradle. The moment it was free, the fountain's waters began to flow again, but now they sparkled with an even more brilliant light than before. As the waters danced and sparkled in the late afternoon sun, Cinderella gathered her animal friends close. "Thank you," she whispered, knowing that without their help and innovative thinking, she might never have succeeded.